If you're thinking about making the move to Las Vegas or Henderson, then this is the video for you.
Cosmo and Jan here, and today we are going to cover the top reasons to move to Las Vegas. And before we jump into the top reasons to move to Las Vegas, let's talk about some of the general facts about this city. Las Vegas sits at 2,000 feet above sea level. The city of Las Vegas is home to over 675,000 people with a metropolitan population of 2.8 million.
Here in Las Vegas, we enjoy an average of 310 days of beautiful sunshine, just like today, with an average rainfall of slightly more than 4 inches. So let's jump into the top reasons to move to Las Vegas. Having worked with individuals and families who've moved here over the past 2 decades, one of the main reasons a lot of people like to call Las Vegas home is the affordable cost of living. The first thing most people will notice is no state income tax. Seeing the tax eliminated from your paycheck or when you file your taxes means you get to keep more of your money versus being in a state like California.
So when I first moved to Las Vegas, I actually worked in healthcare. And when I got that first paycheck, it was a really nice surprise because there was some extra money in there. And many of you will experience that same thing if you're moving from a state that has income taxes. And while our housing affordability has been decreasing every year, we still remain far lower than most other major cities in the US. People really see the value of living here, and with a growing population comes the need for additional businesses and services to support them. Much of this growth has been because Las Vegas is home to some of the top master plans and areas in the country. These include Summerlin, Inspirada, Anthem, and Cadence.
One of the things we love about living in Las Vegas is there's something for just about everyone. Families of all sizes to single adults to the eccentrics of the world. Everything is just about 30 to 45 minutes out of reach.
My family and I enjoy Las Vegas, and in particular Henderson, because it gives a really strong family feel. Henderson has placed an emphasis on outdoor parks, events, and recreation centers to serve the entire family. Between Cadence, Inspirada, and Green Valley, there's always something for the family to be a part of every single weekend. Having moved from a small military town in the south, my family and I really love the idea that we can go somewhere like downtown Henderson, then come to Olympia Sports Park, and then go over to Excalibur Arcades to have a fun day.
Whether you've been here before or not, you know that Las Vegas is the entertainment capital of the world. With shows from all your favorite performers and events and conventions within just about every single category, you will have access to all the top entertainment within a short drive to the Strip. With this entertainment comes a lot of options for quality food and restaurants, but most locals will tell you the best spots are off the Strip.
Speaking of off the Strip, Vegas is home to hiking trails, activities, and nature spots. Some of the locals' favorite spots to visit are Red Rock Canyon, Lake Mead, and Mount Charleston. Many of these spots are unique. You can also find access to just about every activity like cycling, boating, off-roading, golf, and more.
Las Vegas is now considered a sports town, and you can thank the Vegas Golden Knights for that. Go Knights, go!
So when the Golden Knights joined the NHL as an expansion team back in 2017, most of us were concerned on how a top-level sports team would perform in Las Vegas.
Fortunately, the Knights got off to an amazing first year, going to the Stanley Cup Finals. The T-Mobile Arena behind us here was packed for every game. And the Knights have made it to the playoffs their first 4 years, and hopefully this season too. I can't tell you how excited I was when the Knights kicked off their inaugural season. I've attended many games right here at T-Mobile Arena with friends and family, and the Fortress is something to be experienced firsthand. So before the hockey games, concerts, or any other major events at T-Mobile, this area is packed. It's all part of the experience. Come down early, grab some food, drinks, and enjoy the atmosphere before your event.
And with the success of the Golden Knights, Vegas looked more appealing as a sports town, so the Raiders soon joined. Spending about 3 years to build the state-of-the-art Allegiant Stadium, and because we are in Vegas, you know that many events like the Pro Bowl and the NFL Draft want to take place here as well. Some of the other professional sports teams that are here include the WNBA Aces, Minor League Baseball's Aviators, Minor League Soccer's The Lights, and run the NBA Summer League every single year.
One of the biggest appeals for those thinking of making a move to our city is the abundance of new construction homes available. Being able to pick out your ideal layout and features is every homeowner's dream, and we have an array of options from 25 plus builders building in over 200 communities across the Vegas Valley.
Most of these new homes are built on the outskirts of town, but there are still some homes that are in Spring Valley or here in Silverado Ranch where they're building them closer to the Strip. One of the things to consider though is that if you are looking to make a move within the next 6 months, you may find that most builders will actually now need 9 to 12 months or even more to build a home from the ground up. There are other options like quick move-in homes or homes with shorter time frames. However, when you do purchase these new homes, you are going to give up some of the customization and options that come with your home. You'll also find that many of the homes within the top master plan communities have major competition, and it's important to have an agent on the ground that knows how the builders conduct their lot selections.
For instance, some builders offer a lottery system while others are using a traditional wait list, and there's still others that are doing a bidding or highest and best offer. So even with all the choices you have when it comes to new homes, they may not suit your needs, price, or location. New homes have historically been more expensive than your traditional resale, and with many older homes having been flipped by investors, you're likely to find most of what you're looking for, especially if your budget is right. Some of the things you'll find in older homes that you won't find in the new homes are pools, larger lots and backyards, homes with no HOAs, although a rare new home community may not have one either. These are the things we find matter a lot to our buyers, and if that's the case for you, then you're going to want to consider resales instead of a new home.
So here in Vegas, we're really spoiled when it comes to food. So whether you're looking for that steak and lobster, an affordable buffet, or unique cuisines and experiences, just about everything exists on the Strip. But being a resident here, it's likely you won't want to travel to the Strip for a nice meal on a busy Friday night. Instead, you're going to want to enjoy many of the local spots we have here in Vegas, and you can enjoy many of these things 24/7. We hear all the time that this is something people notice and enjoy when they move here and really miss when they move away from Vegas.
You'll find so many quality restaurants in local casinos and neighborhood shopping centers with Las Vegas Strip quality but off-strip prices. I find this to be one of the most underrated benefits of living in Las Vegas. Even if you were to eat out every day, it would take years for you to try all the options available.
So now that we've shared the top reasons to move to Vegas, here are some reasons why you might not want to move here. Firstly, we're a gambling and casino-driven town, so while the Strip has certainly changed over the years to be more family-friendly, if you have an addiction to gambling and need to be a distance from that or from other distractions this town may have, this might not be the right place for you. With that said, this is a problem that I personally dealt with in my early 20s, but have moved on from since. So if you have moved on, this is still somewhere that you should consider living. One of the interesting things people always like to point out is that we do have slots at all your favorite grocery stores and gas stations, but after a while, you don't even notice them when you live here.
So another reason to not move to Las Vegas is the heat. However, we do rank as one of the safest cities when it comes to natural disasters. For instance, we don't have tornadoes, major earthquakes, or storms like we do in other parts of the country. We do, on the other hand, have extremely dry heat, heavy winds during the springtime, and rare flooding when it does rain. And while you will have to get used to living into 110-degree heat in the summer, you will learn to adjust and do activities outside in the early morning or the late evening. However, it does get cool inside, so locals tip, always bring a little light jacket or sweater with you when you're going inside. Other reasons that you may not want to move here include our medical rankings, school rankings, our lack of greenery, the air pollution, the water shortage, and more. And we will cover this in more detail in another video, or we can discuss these reasons whenever you give us a call if you're thinking of moving here.
So now that we've talked about some of the top reasons and some of the not so good reasons to move to Vegas, let's talk a little bit about the neutrals and what some of our clients have shared with us in the past. Number one is the traffic. Depending on where you're coming from, you may have had extreme traffic like you find in Los Angeles, or you might be used to the open roads if you came from more rural areas. With that said, Vegas traffic is really small when compared to most major cities. You won't find yourself sitting in bumper-to-bumper traffic for more than 10 minutes a day.
The next thing that people have varying opinions on are HOAs or homeowners associations. Many people like to have some of this oversight as it can keep communities adhering to rules that intend on keeping homes cleaner and uniform. You'll also find people upset with the strict rules and regulations that come with living in an HOA, like what kind of plants you can have in your front yard. It's really going to come down to a personal preference on whether you want an HOA or not.
The last item that we find as neutral is the jobs here. Many people worry that because our town is driven by tourism, that it may become dangerous when it comes to an economic downturn. However, people also notice that there is massive growth and incentive for businesses to move their headquarters here, and we're seeing that more and more every single year. Businesses use the Strip as well as the quality of life here to help move and recruit a larger workforce from other cities.
With everything the Las Vegas Valley has to offer, you will be able to create the life you want here.
We truly appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. If you're looking to make a move to Las Vegas, you can reach out to us at 702-408-7959. This is Cosmo and Jan signing off, and we'll see you in the next video.